F1 driver. Where the F1 driver now, he needs to know much more than driving the car. He needs to know the cars and the pressure, he needs to know the aerodynamics. Because I don't know, there's a great clip from Ayrton Senna where he's talking about how to shift the aerodynamics because there's a bit on the Monaco track that was different. So I think the creative himself or herself, they need to be able to understand much more than just, oh, I just do art direction. I'm not going to touch the copy because I'm an art director. For me, it's like, you know, pardon my French, fuck that. I mean, if you say that to me, I get really pissed off. Because it's like, look, you need to be able, you know, English is not my first language, and I've written stuff that, you know, got to win awards, and I'm not saying because I'm a genius, it's just because, again, I try hard. So I think you need to be a planner, you need to understand your audience really well. You need to be a bit of an account manager. I think a lot of the creators here are, anyway. I think you need to be able to, if you're an art director, you need to be able to write copy. And if you're a copywriter, you need to be able to understand design. If you don't know those principles, what the hell are you doing? Because you're not going to have much time, you're not going to have much time knowing this industry because it's changing. A lot of the cutting edge agencies, they are shifting. And get to know technology, understand innovation, get into Wired, Gizmodo, way of thinking because of the whole, you know, kind of dinosaur type of agencies. And I don't know if anyone here works for JWT, DDB, McCann, those guys work in a very linear way, conveyor belt way. I don't like that. So I think people these days, they work exponentially. Everybody thinks in many different ways in the connected world. So you need to understand that guy is not going to see your stuff and say, oh yes, I want to buy it. So you need to think, okay, how do we connect the dots across all the kind of the 360 life cycle of the idea? And the idea don't live so much in a medium alone, it lives in many medium. So you know, one of the things I really am an evangelist about is think about the idea, how it does come out, I don't know. Because someone say, oh, you've got to design a poster. I don't know if it's a poster, it may be a dog with LED on his back, or it may be a cloud raining stuff, I don't really know. So I think for the creative to be successful going forward, because things will change. You know, we were talking before that the TV screen is the oldest screen we have in our lives. Okay, it's got HD, 4K, and all that, but the way we interact with it is still very old stuff. So I'm really hoping that someone like Apple is going to reinvent TV. So when TV starts to become interactive, when you actually start to talk to your TV and you consume it in a different way. If you look at what Facebook is doing to Facebook Messenger now, they're going to use bots because Facebook knows so much information about you. The bot's going to be able to recommend you where to buy your next piece of stuff without you even knowing about it. So that's how TV should go towards. So I guess creatives should really think in that way. They really should be open-minded and say, actually, I'm a creative. So that's why when I'm talking to you about hiring people, I hire people that they're not, you know, the guy's a musician. He's creative, he's output, his music, but he's not fixed in one thing. I think what the creative industry does to us, which is really, really bad, especially this old school ECDs that I really hope will die very soon, is that they put you in this box that they say, oh, you're an artist, so that's all you do. You're a copywriter, you do that. For me, you know, I will get a machine gun and burn everything. That's what I would do. I'm very curious about that because I love the job that we do. I think creativity, we're very lucky to do it. To get paid what we get paid. And you talk to a heart surgeon and see how much they get paid and how much you get paid. You feel like, God, it's shocking. Even nurses or people that are working for us, we're very lucky to get paid to look at pictures and tell stories. It's essentially what we do. So I do feel they should try hard and say, actually, I'm not just a copywriter, I'm a creative. That's what I do. I understand that. And I think if you do that, you're going to survive the industry because whether we like it or not, it's going to change. And the change is coming sooner than we think. I went to talk to a university the other day, and the kids nowadays, they come out with an iPad and an iPhone in their hands. They know everything. They're going to take our jobs very, very soon. It's crazy. Because some of the things they're talking about, like, I have no idea how this works. And so that's why I say, get to know technology, understand your audience, make sure that you are on board, because otherwise, there's a lot of us.
Well said.
More questions, please. No?
Well, you are talking about hard work in advertising, but some of the most important moments of working in advertising as a creative is the happiness, like the moments where you feel pure happiness. Which would be for you one of the happiest moments in your advertising career? Have you thought about that? Like when you felt that?
I think, when you work in different agencies, a lot of people leave. I leave a lot because it's funny, when you work in creative agencies, there are waves, it's like you go through waves. And I think when you have a blend of people that just gel together, that's what makes me happy. And I think what we managed to do at Jam was pull people together, they just gel together, with no pressures about ideas. I think it was a happy moment because everyone just worked really well and was happy, Marcelo Serpa, the famous creative director from Brazil, who's was in what he said is like, we're not building bridges. It's not that, if you fuck up with an idea that someone will die. What you think should be fun. Okay, you get commercial pressures, but what I would say is if you don't have fun, you're not going to be responsible for good ideas. That's the issue. And I think a lot of the problem we have in our industry again is that our time is mapped. It's a metric system to say, okay, 1 hour here, 1 hour there. But creativity for me is a cloud. How do you map a cloud? It's always changing. So the whole thing about time is bullshit. I mean, you need to somehow account for time because it's money. Time is money. But equally, to kind of put you in a box to say, oh, this is what you have to do stuff at a certain time is wrong. Sometimes, again, what we used to do Jambas, we had 3, 4 different projects happening at the same time because you may drop one and go to another one, and pick up another one. And it was great, it was full on, but because everybody was happy, we were just coming up with stuff. It was fantastic because we had a period of time that everything that we were doing was winning awards very, very quickly. Small agency. So I think happiness is very, very important. It is difficult to find happiness though because people that find agencies, especially with the big networks that make video comments, they like to make money. So it's quite a big fight. So when I say working hard, it's working smart. Because sometimes some people stay to 11 p.m. working. I think go home at 6 because what we do is there's no kind of it's not that you get out the door. I'm not afraid to anymore. So still in your head. So I always say to the guy, go home at 6. You may be in the bath, or you may be, I don't know, in the toilet, and you come up with an idea. It happens to me loads of times. You don't have to be in the office. You're going to come up with an idea there. I think, there's no difference. I think a creative is a creative 24/7. You don't stop. You always need to work stuff. Is that cool? Yeah. Any more questions?
Just curious because I really like to travel. You say that the city that for you is more open-minded is England and so London here. What you think about other cities? What is another city that for you got this melting of various cultures?
I think in Europe, Amsterdam is pretty cool because it's got quite a few different agencies. I think New York is pretty cool. The only thing in the United States is that, especially if you compare to Europe, is that the United States is very, very big. And I don't think any Americans here, the overall IQ in the United States is kind of low. So you can't be smart like you can be in Europe. In Europe you can come up with ideas that are very, very smart. In the United States, it's look across everything. So when you come up with an idea, you're not just looking at the guys in New York, you look at the guys in bloody Oklahoma, Arkansas, and all these different places. So it's got to look across everywhere you want. But New York is a vibe, it's pretty cool. São Paulo is a pretty cool city. Brazil. It's a bit violent. Myself. It's a little bit violent. But I think it's pretty cool as a melting pot. I would say all the big centers, Sydney is pretty cool as well. The only thing about Australia is it's slightly insular, isolated. I love Barcelona, but I think Spain is
very nice.
Yeah, that's what I would say. I would say stay in London, man.
Okay.
Okay, one more question. One more very hard one. One hard question.
Yeah, they, I listen to you, and you say like selling to clients. You say selling to clients, and maybe I saw like people I saw on the masterclass portfolio and stuff. They are not into like the dream agency they want, or like not really happy with what they are because they are portfolio masterclass and all stuff. But what would you do if you had like 5 minutes with you, the creative director you really like, and what you do with your portfolio? Like for 5 minutes for selling yourself, not to a client, but just to a creative director, like so as to be hired for the job.
I mean, everybody's different. It's kind of difficult to say. What I would say is be yourself. Sometimes a lot of people, I think the work does a lot of talking, but I think it's you that people are more interested in. So I would say, you know, be yourself. Make sure that what you do. I mean, you have to know yourself. What is your uniqueness? Not so much talent, because like talent you can pick up as well. But what's your uniqueness? What makes you you? So I would say really show yourself as you are as an individual to the creative director that you're meeting. Because I think the work is, you might have seen your work before, that's why he brought you in. So pick up perhaps two that you really like and talk about the process. How did you come up with it? You know, the ideation process, the way you think is very, very interesting because you may have a really nice picture, but then how did you get to that? You know, how do you think about that? And I think people want to know what makes you so different from everybody else. So I'd say really make sure that your character, your personality shines through.
I think that's very true. If you pretend to be someone you're not, like for example, you go on a Tinder date or something and
what?
pretend Tinder date, you know that platform. So you pretend you're someone you're not. You can't really lie forever. For myself, I've gone to interviews. I think in London, and I think it completely bombed because I was being myself. Completely bombed because I was really just being a crazy person, you know. But then when I did that in an agency called Jam, I thought I totally blew it because him and another person, I was like, oh my goodness, you know, I made a complete ass of myself. I was just showing the work and I was like jumping up and down and being super passionate about it. And I thought, it's not really the British way though. So I thought, you know, they're not going to call me back, but fortunately they did. So and then I really enjoyed my time there. Whereas if I try to pretend I'm someone I'm not, and then they put me in front of clients, and then they go, oh, shouldn't have put you in front of clients. Because that agency doesn't portray themselves as, you know what I mean? Agencies have their own culture. And sometimes if you don't fit that culture, then, you know, it's not going to be a long career there.
That's a good point though, because if you go to an agency where you have to pretend to be someone that you're not, it becomes a job. It's not, you know, I think as creators we have that kind of emotive connection with us, and if you're not able to be you, fuck it, go somewhere else. I mean, obviously somebody has, you know, different situation, maybe you have to pay a mortgage, so if you have to pay a mortgage, don't fuck them. But you know what I mean, like, you have to be yourself. Yeah.
Okay,
just shortly, it's true, I would love to be true to myself whenever I go to an agency or apply for a job, but I think that we actually have to lie. In our specific case, we are two Italian guys, and I think that we need to lie like if we were British, because otherwise creative agencies actually, they don't give a real SHIT about us, because they want to see like a British way of working. And even if they see talent in our work, like just today, somebody from an agency said that we might get a little bit lost in translation, and I asked him, what do you mean? Like maybe there is any kind of like translation that it's not correct, and he said, no, maybe it's something that was working in your market would not be that impactful in a British market. And I was like, well, then give me the opportunity to prove you that I can work also in the British market. He never replied. So I actually agree with you, we should be true to ourselves, but we are struggling in being Italian and wanting to be hashtag poor Italians. The struggle is real. The struggle is real. And finding a job in London because we're Italians. So nothing. Now, if you want to give me some hand.
You find somewhere. I mean, the guy saying this kind of stuff. I don't know the context. It is hard because, although London is a great city, it's quite a big place. There's a lot of people now coming here because, it's a great place to be in. So you're going to get a lot of competition. So, like anything in life, if you're going to meet someone new, whatever it is, I think you need to be sympathetic to that context you're coming from. So I'm not saying like change who you are, if you are Italian, stay Italian, but be sympathetic to their point of view as well. So just have a think of how you make that work for you in kind of advantage, because it is tough. And a lot of people that I've seen so many people now sending me CVs and stuff. It really is hard because there's so many people now. But again, if you're not staying true to yourself, someone will say yes. Get together with a good agency that knows the markets and talk to people about, look at your portfolio and see how you can tweak it. People, the great initiative about international creatives is that you've got people at hand to help you, so they may kind of make small adjustments so people understand where you're coming from. Because sometimes it's not so much the message, it's the person receiving the message that just understands. Very cool.
Do you have any jobs in your
That's the time to
Just say hashtag.
Why not? Come and have a chat. I'm not Irish, by the way. I've left Cool. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We have 25 minutes. We are actually